Your student radio station on 12:51 a.m.
This is your roar.
Good morning, welcome to End of the Line. I'm James.
And I'm Josh, as per usual.
Right, are we going to start with our first song? I don't know.
Do you want to segue straight into it? No banter?
I'm not really aware of the running order this morning. I've forgot to look at the notepad.
Yeah, I think we'll sort of regain our composure during our first song.
Okay, we'll regain our composure. We're playing Dido.
James was adamant that we played Dido at some point this week. So, yeah. This is Dido for James, man. For James.
I know you think that I shouldn't still love you. I'll tell you that. But if I didn't say it, well, I'd still have felt it. Where's the sense in that? I promise I'm not trying to make your life harder. I'll return to where we were. But I will go down with this shit, and I won't put my hands up and surrender. There will be no white flag above my door. I'm in love and always will be. I know I left too much mess and destruction to come back again. And I cause nothing but trouble. I understand if you can't talk to me again. And if you live by the rules of it's over, then I'm sure that makes sense. And I will go down with this shit, and I won't put my hands up and surrender. There will be no white flag above my door. I'm in love and always will be. And when we meet, which I'm sure we will, all that was there will be there still. I'll let it pass and hold my tongue, and you will think that I've moved on. I will go down with this shit, and I won't put my hands up and surrender. There will be no white flag above my door. I'm in love and always will be. I will go down with this shit, and I won't put my hands up and surrender. There will be no white flag above my door. I'm in love and always will be. I will go down with this shit, and I won't put my hands up and surrender. There will be no white flag above my door. I'm in love and always will be.
Join us on Twitter at Raw1251am. This is your Raw.
Hello, Warwick Campus. The time currently is 9:04 in the morning. That was Dido with White Flag. We just got a tweet from Robin James Kerrison, our sort of flagship listener, as always. He says, Dido, it's a nice start, but it's not Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Play some 90s,
Good
guys.
vibrations.
Best decade ever.
The 90s was we ought to bring this up.
All right, sure.
Okay.
Take it away, James.
If I could firebomb a decade, it would be the 90s.
Well, we had a long, very arduous discussion last night about the merits and cons Or of the 90s.
You just listed things that were good in the 90s. The bad things in the 90s outweigh the good things.
All you said was Godfather Part 3. That was your...
And Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, Good Vibrations.
That's a bad thing? Why is that evidence as to the badness of the 90s?
The 90s was the least cool decade
it's not about...
since the 20s.
Well, the 90s...
And the 20s was pretty cool. No, the 10s. Nothing happened in the 10s. apart from that big thing. Apart from that big thing that happened. No.
What's not cool about, the
haircuts, the floppy haircuts,
and the pastel clothes,
the baggy shirts.
Yeah, it was Britpop, and grunge, and
all dirty
alternative
things
and whatnot. I suppose they were all quite dirty, but dirty is not necessarily a bad.
Anyway,
thing.
we had this discussion last night. Let's talk about Dido.
Yeah,
imagine.
Okay, take it onto nice.
She
terrain.
Is what heaven looks like. And sounds like.
If my heart could write songs, they would sound like Dido.
Exactly.
There we go. She's got a nice voice.
She is a wonderful, wonderful woman.
I've always wondered how she and Eminem hooked up.
What?
For Stan. Not.
Oh right. Okay,
musically, not sort
musically.
of sexually or anything that I know of.
Okay, thanks for clarifying that. You nearly destroyed my world.
yeah.
Essentially,
it's like a pit bull standing on a rose patch, isn't it?
There's some awful. There's some actually very clever imagery you used there.
Thank you.
But okay. There's lots of things you can read into that, aren't there? No, I adore Dido. Dido's one of those artists that I think people are scared to admit that they love, and I'm not scared to admit that. I adore her. I'd marry her.
Dido is pleasant, isn't she? She's like it. She's nice.
It's the intelligence. It's like Jodie Foster. It's there's a raw intelligence and talent that just makes everything else so much better. We're not all about aesthetic values here. Yeah. On End of the Line.
We like intelligence.
We do, don't we?
Yeah.
We have another message.
Got a message from the one and only Michael Perry. He says, "Good morning, chaps. I was enjoying the show until James referenced the 90s firebombing. We came up with 100 good points and James had -5 bad points.
My bad points were worth at least 20 each.
Is only by your warped mentality. So if you guys have any... I say you guys.
If you guys have anything good,
I mean the two guys that have emailed in already,
good
and are
or bad
listening,
to say about the 90s.
Email
and
the studio
more bad things, please, and good things.
studio@radio.warwick.ac.uk and prove James wrong and me right.
Can we get one of our awful songs that we have to play out the way?
Actually, it's funny you should say that because the songs this week are not uniformly awful. We have Black Keys, they're good. We have Kasabian, they're good, and this band M83. I've never heard of M83, but a friend of ours loves M83, so this one's really for him.
We've had another message.
We have. Okay, before our first song, which is Gold on the Ceiling by the Black Keys, which I'm sure is very nice and everything, we've got a tweet from Sophie Carroll saying, "I don't love Dido. I do love the 90s though." Okay.
That's the wrong way round. I think she's made a mistake there. She's got them the wrong way around.
The 90s were so versatile and had so many strings to their bow.
It's a typo.
Dido's nice, but she's just she's like butter.
Okay, sorry. Before we go on to our next song, just explain the butter metaphor. No, the butter simile.
It can probably be read in many ways. But,
many different ways.
It's just like butter on toast.
Stop it! Play the song.
I like toast on butter, but it's not. There's not much to it, is there?
Play the song.
There's not much to it. It's kind of.
Play the song.
This is a song by someone.
Down in the way
get my gold on the ceiling. I ain't blind, just a matter of time before you steal it. It's alright, ain't no God in my heart. Clouds covered loops, barbed wire stand, strung up, strung out. I just can't go without. I could never drown. They wanna get They wanna get my gold on the ceiling. I ain't blind, just a matter of time before you steal it. It's alright, ain't no God in my heart. They wanna get They wanna get my gold on the ceiling. I ain't blind, just a matter of time before you steal it. It's alright, ain't no God in my heart on the ceiling. I ain't blind, just a matter of time before you steal it. It's alright, ain't no God in my heart.
On 12:51 a.m.
And online,
This is your Raw.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm angry with Raw currently because I was looking desperately during that song to try and find the Raw bit jingle.
I think they've probably taken my advice and taken it off.
They, it's not there anymore. It's gone.
Good.
So I
The
can-
world is a slightly better place.
I try and recreate it, but I don't want to sort of mar the memory of that truly
I don't think
groundbreaking, you know,
I don't think you should. I
firebrand.
think, Josh, that was something in its
jingle.
own right and should be confined to the period of time
Well,
in which it
if
existed.
any listeners out there want to hear said jingle, you know, look at
Alright,
our,
okay,
look at
fair.
our archive of shows
if we get
from
two,
past weeks.
if we get 2 tweets
Yeah.
telling us that we want
Okay.
you to do the jingle, then I will allow you to
Okay,
do the jingle.
3 listeners. If 2 of you tweet in, you know, asking for it, then if you don't, I'm okay with that. Speaking of tweets, Sophie Carroll replied to James's incendiary remarks about the 90s. She says, James, stop hijacking my opinions. Josh is right. Standard. Dido is just nice, in inverted commas. The 90s had Nirvana, Blur, and the Bloody Spice Girls.
I wish they were the bloody Spice Girls in a heap in a garage in Walthamstow.
I'm sure we can say bloody. Bloody's not really a swear word, is it?
Either
way-
she said it.
Either way, I doubt Ofcom are listening.
do,
At this time in the morning.
you reckon we could get Sophie a strike?
Sophie's strike. Yeah. No, Sophie's defended me. Sophie's got on my back in this argument, so no, I wouldn't want to get Sophie a strike.
Okay.
So I think we need to give some kind of form to this show, because at the minute we're
We do,
we're talking
we
in sort
We
of
have-
totally nonsensical
We have
terms.
campus issue.
Yeah.
We have a campus
Have
issue.
we got a
every
jingle for campus issue? That didn't make
I
sense.
don't-
Have we got a jingle? It's
Have we
so
got a
early, I'm
jingle for
slurring
campus-
still.
for campus- Have we got a jingle for campus issue?
Have we got a jingle
Did you
for
record
campus
one?
issue?
Did you put in some
No.
extra hours over the last week and come in and record
We
one?
can freestyle
No, you
one.
didn't. So no, we don't have
Let's
a campus
freestyle
jingle.
one.
Let's freestyle a campus jingle. How does
Give-
it go?
give me a beat.
How many words?
Drop me a beat.
What kind of beat?
I don't know, just beat something.
I don't know. I can only think of Dido in my head right now. so-
Fine, we'll do something to Dido. Let's do it. Go for it.
Okay. Who's doing it?
You beat.
Why am I doing it?
You beat.
What do you mean beat? What kind of beat? Do you just want a metronome?
Yeah.
Done, 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 done.
Campus issue. That's our jingle.
This is ridiculous.
Speaking of jingles, Michael Perry just emailed in saying, "Oh, please do the jingle. It would make my morning extra jammy." And Radiohead, Jeff Buckley, R.E.M., Spiritualize, The Flaming Lips, Mercury Rev, Your Move, Warren. So Michael's listed some amazing, groundbreaking, historically relevant bands there,
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Check, mate.
So Campus issue. This is a very short one. Last episode, 2 weeks back,
2 weeks ago,
I launched my somewhat ill-advised comparison of. I'm not even going to revisit that.
Of essentially what you did.
No. It doesn't need to be said right now. The
I
theatre
don't know.
student,
I just think
film
just for
student
kind of a past
divide.
reference, just bring it up. Just you compared theatre. You compared
compare.
the animosity between the theatre and film students. Didn't compare. You essentially you used it as a metaphor. Okay, compared theatre and film students to the Israeli-Palestine conflict.
I didn't compare. I merely used that as a reference point.
As
a reference point.
As a reference point to anchor your entire your monologue
this
on.
this week's Campus issue, I think, is a lot more widespread, and I think is something that will not irritate and anger certain religious groups, and it will not distance certain disciplines from us even more. This one is something we can all relate to. It's about the prices on campus, okay? As a student, we are struggling for money. By definition, we're in debt. The lucky ones that aren't,
Blue Bell.
we hate. But the vast majority of us have taken out loans and are working rubbishy jobs that pay very little, or are not working jobs and have, stocks of money somewhere in some kind of bank somewhere. I don't know. Either way, the university knows this. The student union knows this. They're a non-profit organisation. They should be getting our backs. And yet still, somehow, the prices are astronomical for even a bloody sandwich. And it grinds my gears that the university, does not... They seek to exploit us,
Okay.
still knowing how financially unstable and flimsy we all are. And the worst culprit is cost cutters. They've got a captive market, and they know that.
Okay.
And they could. And the thing is, everywhere on campus would make so. They could cut the costs. They could cut their the prices by a hell of a lot and still make a hell of a profit. Because
It's the most
they'd
profitable
attract-
cost cutter in the UK. Yeah, you're right in that you're saying that it's cost cutter is the apex predator of the Warwick University campus. It has no immediate.
If I had £1 for every time you use the phrase apex predator,
It has no immediate. It has no predators above it. Okay, if there was a shop on campus near cost cutter, relatively the same size, there would be a price war and you'd get much lower prices. At the moment, you're correct. There's no competition. It has no need to lower its prices. Okay, let's go and say it's exploitation.
It is definitely. There's no two ways about
We
it.
could walk to Tesco, but that's just too far.
Tesco, yeah. The thing is with Costco, they have a captive market, and it's a very specific captive market. It's a captive market of a very certain financial type, and they're well aware of what they're doing. They know they don't need to charge what they do.
I just realised in Sophie's last tweet she didn't ask you to do the jingle, so
Yeah,
I'm
that's true,
just going to assume that she doesn't want you to do it.
We've got a tweet from Sophie with more reasons that the 90s ruled. SMTV, Pulp Fiction, Shawshank, Fight Club, Goodfellas, The Usual Suspects, Leon, Reservoir Dogs, Big Lebowski, Lockstock, etc. Lockstock I would not put on my list because it inspired Guy Ritchie's films and it sort of
Inspired?
brought him to Madonna. So
It
we
was
could all
Guy.
have done without that.
Yeah, no. There's things in the first Lockstock that I enjoy.
I haven't seen it, but I know I instinctively am wary of
It's
Guy
the
Ritchie.
best one of Guy Ritchie's
Yeah.
subpar Tarantino.
Either way,
work.
this has kind of dragged us away from our campus issue of prices. I mean, I'm sure you guys out there feel the same as us. It can't just be us that are angry. If you have any thoughts on the matter, email in at studio@radio.warwick.ac.uk or tweet us at raw 12:51 a.m. and share your opinions. James, have you got anything else to say on the matter? Anything you feel
No,
needs
I
to be
think
shared?
I think we've completely explored the finer points of the argument, and you
Beautiful.
presented your case.
Well, yeah, I think this one's pretty unanimous, whereas last week was a bit more, what shall we say, contentious. This one is black and white. We're being exploited, and they're well aware of it. And the word I would use to describe the people behind the, eateries and drinkers here, I cannot say on the air, otherwise I might get a strike.
And with that, I'm going to
segue into our second
play a
song.
song.
Yeah, this is Goodbye Kiss by Kasabian, which I'm sure is wonderful, so enjoy.
From the start, we met with a goodbye kiss. I broke my wrist. It all kicked off. I had no choice. You said that you didn't mind, 'cause love's hard to find. La 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 la. Maybe the days we have are gone. Living in silence for too long. Open your eyes and what do you see? No more laughs, no more photographs. Turning slowly, looking back, see no words can save this. You're broken, and I'm pissed. Run along like I'm supposed to be the man I ought to. Rock and roll sent us insane. I hope someday that we will meet again. Running wild, giving it everyone. Now that's all done. La 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 la. Maybe the days we have are gone. Living in silence for too long. Open your eyes and what do you see? The last stand. Let go of my hand. Turning slowly, looking back, see no one can save this. You're broken, and I'm this. Run along like I'm supposed to be the man I ought to. Rock and roll sent us insane. I hope someday that we will meet again. You go your way, I'll go my way. No word can save us. This lifestyle made us run along like I'm supposed to be the man I ought to. Rock and roll sent us insane. I hope someday that we will meet again.
Join us on Twitter at Raw1251am. This is your Raw.
She's right, this is your Raw. Speaking of which,
She
we
is.
got our tweet in from Sophie saying, do the jingle just to annoy James. So, one more request, and
Okay.
I'm going to do the jingle to
No,
annoy
no,
him.
that's kind of funny
This
because that's
show
running
is-
with a theme. That's kind of funny because that's running with a theme, Josh. Because I said 2 and we've already received 2
I
tweets.
thought it was 3.
No, it was 2.
I was
going to make
fair
it 3,
enough.
but I thought how many people are listening?
3.
So
It's a
I
bit
made it
much to
2.
ask our entire listenership to.
Our
email
entire
in.
it is no. That's kind of funny because that was exactly what I was going to say. I'd love you to do the Raw jingle, but I know you and your memory, and I know you can't remember
I
the
know
Raw
that
jingle.
I can. I'm insulted that you think I would forget something like a Raw bit.
As iconic as Raw.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Okay. I'm nervous now. It's been hyped up quite a lot.
You're like one of those guys in the gym that just tries to make sure everybody else is looking when they lift it.
Well, the people want this, you know. I don't want to disappoint them. I want to sort of give them something to, you know, enjoy.
Well, stop teasing them and give it to them.
Okay, count me in.
From
I don't know, a number.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Taking you into
No.
I've forgotten it. What does it start off? It starts with a countdown of some kind.
I knew it.
No. Hang on. Blast off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taking you to Robert.
Did you say to
Something-
Robert? I think you said to. You didn't say into.
Taking you.
Doesn't really make sense. To Robert.
Taking you into Robert. It's early. In
It
the
is
morning.
okay, right? Okay,
It's 9:25.
After that,
This
because
show
that
is
was,
pure.
it-
This
it
show is pure anarchy.
It's just gone. It's all gone wrong this morning. I thought we got in early. Katie wasn't here. Ruined my day. There's no point anymore. There is no point to anything. Are we gonna get on to our next segment of the show, which is irritation of the week?
Are we going to? Yeah, I'm sure.
We are going
then.
into irritation of the week, and our irritation of the week, and it's kind of going to be an unusual segment of the week because although I call this out when people use it, and although I take the mick quite a lot about it, I do have something of a defence which we'll go to in a little bit. Irritation of the week, and I'm sure you'll know somebody who uses this inappropriately, is the use of the word literally.
Yes, I thoroughly agree with you on that one. It's very, very, very annoying.
It is.
It's even when used correctly, it's irritating.
It is
Because it's kind of it's been soiled by the people that use
It has
wrong.
been. Now, the use of the word literally, like for example, somebody comes in a little bit worse for the wear. I'm literally dead.
Yes, I mean what you're doing there is confusing literally with figuratively, dear children. You know, I liken
Small
that.
child.
I liken that to, you know, in our current social networking saturated society, when people use the possessive "your" when they in fact mean the contraction.
No,
of "you are."
Josh, that's just poor grammar.
It is poor grammar, but
that's
I
poor parenting.
think misuse of literally is akin to
That's
that.
a poorly raised person.
It is a badly raised person, yes, but
and people
nonetheless.
and people might say, well, they're both the same word. Why does it matter?
Because they have different
Exactly.
ramifications.
They have different ramifications. You can completely change the meaning of a sentence. The whole point of language is language is an exercise in clear communication. If you're changing the rules, then who knows what's going on?
If they say you're, Y-O-U-R, doing a radio show, what do you mean, my doing a radio show? That makes no sense. I don't own doing a radio show.
Exactly.
It just guys, you have to think.
Or if somebody was using the other your to say that your radio show, so, oh, I've listened to You Are Radio Show. What do you mean you've listened to You Are? I'm not a radio show.
You are it's quite a violent.
I'm not a radio. I exist outside
You are
of
radio
this-
show. I'm not a radio show.
I exist outside of this room.
I am not a radio show, yeah.
I don't just appear in the universe for an hour every Monday morning. 9 till 10, end of the line.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
We disappear into an existential black hole out of these hours, don't we? We kind of vanish from the face of existence. You and
So I
me.
imagine everyone else we meet here goes.
Yeah. I assume so. I've never seen anyone here, even our co-hosts,
No.
you know.
They say they're on the same course as us.
What course? I'm not here for a course. I don't think I am actually. Crap, forgot about that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Speaking of which, we need to do work this week. I forgot that.
Yeah,
I was going to tell you that. I was going to remind you this morning.
Yeah.
Those things, innit? You're enjoying university life and all of a sudden, bam, work.
That's it. Yeah.
That should be
It's
a
a
campus
common
irritation
student
for another
thing.
week.
It's not an irritation. What, the fact that we've got a degree to do? The fact that the requirement to do work gets in the way of
Well, it's
our
not an irritation, but it's
socialising.
irritating.
It is. Anyway,
Anyway,
I feel we've really, really strayed from the attempted path.
Okay. Well, I think we should have a song before
Is that it?
we launch the defense.
Is that it? Is that everything you got to say to persecute literally?
I thought you were the one who was going to be persecuting literally. I set this up before the show. I said you can attack it and I'll launch a defense. You've done nothing to launch an attack on the word literally. We've talked about a completely different grammatical
I get
issue.
sidetracked. I'm like a cat who spotted some yarn. I get sidetracked and I have to go and play with it.
It's shiny things off the path. You just
Yeah.
go.
So literally, basically, it's just the most irritatingly overused word, and it's a very specific. It's not even a specific term. I mean, it can mean anything that physically, tangibly has happened. You know, say this show is literally.
I think our main beef with the word literally is the people who use it inappropriately. We get the impression that perhaps they aren't quite as they're ignorant, aren't they?
It's not something. Well, I don't know because I'm going to use my girlfriend as an example because I know for a fact she's in bed and never ever ever going to listen to this show. So
No,
I can
who
use
would?
her.
Who would?
True dat. She's an English student here, so you'd think she of all people would know to speak correctly.
Exactly.
I mean,
No,
her grammar
no.
is sound apart from I literally don't care. Or I literally couldn't care less. I'm sure you could care less about
No,
something.
no to speak correctly.
Yeah.
That was just an interesting sentence there. Anyway, let's move on. Let's segue. Okay, stay on your chair. Okay, let's segue into our next song now.
I can't reach the. My chair's gone down. I can't reach the controls.
I know we're average-heighted men, but this is ridiculous.
I don't understand. My chair's just gone down all of a sudden. How do I make it?
Okay, I'm going to take charge of the show for a minute. We don't know
What is
this
going
artist.
on?
We don't know this
I don't
artist.
understand.
We were recommended this artist by somebody called Ollie Guthrie. Wonderful guy. I really love him. On our course, came to university last year, decided to switch courses this year. He has recommended to us an artist called M83. I think that's how you pronounce it. I might just be
Or it could
sounding...
be Mate 3.
Oh, it could be, couldn't it?
I don't really care.
No. Okay. The song is called Midnight City. Prepare for the next 4 minutes to judge.
Yeah. We're going to see you in 4 minutes' time. I hate it.
student radio station on 1251 AM.
This is your Raw.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I didn't hate it. It's not my usual kind of taste, but I didn't hate it. I have to say, it didn't irritate. Anyway,
Well, speaking of not irritating people, I got an email from Mike saying that was beautiful. Thank you for my rendition of the taking you into Rorbit thing. So,
wonderful. Anyway, before that song, we were talking about the word literally, how annoying it was, people using it out of context, people using it, confusing it with figuratively. Okay, a defense for the word literally. Thinking about this the other day. Okay,
rubbish.
Well, just shut up. Okay, and you can say what you want afterwards. Okay, when say for example in any situation you say his skin was like bark. Okay, that's a simile, right?
Yeah.
Because what you're doing is you're taking an image and you're comparing.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Okay, so you're comparing something to it. So when you say his skin was bark, you change it to a metaphor. Okay, you don't. Okay, because it's not a simile, because you're not saying it. You're not saying it's like. You're saying it is. Now, essentially, what you mean by a simile and a metaphor are the same thing. Yet a metaphor is considered a more powerful image because what you're looking at, you see, the two images are joined rather than in your mind appeared side by side. So when somebody uses the word literally to describe something that's figurative, are they very, 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 very cleverly using a value of something that is are they using a literal image in their mind to describe something figurative? So are they using the actual possibility of you being, say for example in our previous map we said, you've come in slightly worse for the way you said I'm literally dead. Are they using are they using the image of themselves as dead, shuffled off the mortal coil, bit in the dust? Are they using that image as a very, very clever metaphor for their state of being?
You think that literally is sort of an intensifier for metaphors?
I think it's an intensifier, and I think what you do when you use the word literally, you change what you're saying from a simile to a metaphor. Because if you said, I feel like I'm dead, simile, I feel, I am dead, metaphor. So there we go. There we go. That's from an English literature point of view.
I appreciate your standpoint, but
You
I honestly
still-
think
you
the kind
oppose
of
it.
people that use I literally was mauled by tigers. You weren't. You got told off for not doing some work.
Why are we doing an impression of Sophie?
That's an in-joke that 1 in 3 of our listeners
They will.
get.
One in three.
I get that, yes, but I think the people that use the word
Maybe-
literally are not savvy with
Maybe the
the English
first
language
person
enough.
who used the word literally thought, I'm doing something incredibly clever here.
Yeah. Well, it's just, I think it's a word that's just been just broadened to the extent, it's been weakened.
Yes,
It's like
weakened.
the word awesome, that usually referred to sort of an awesome spectacle, sort of a landform or some
Or
wonder
epic,
of the world.
epic.
Or
The word
epic,
epic used to be a
That was
wonderful
epic.
term, yeah. Now it's overused, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just...
And I think what I put in the same category as literally is actually. I actually can't believe it. Actually, that doesn't really, if you think about it in its purest grammatical terms, that word actually does not make sense.
When you're going
there.
today, get on The Guardian. Other newspapers are
Yeah.
available. Some more right-wing than others. The Daily Mail. When you go on The Guardian, go on David Mitchell's weblog and check out his attack of Americans' use of British language.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. It starts with a defense, so certain words that they say actually, the spellings of them, the way they say them, are the way that probably they should have been said. But, the idiosyncrasies in our language, the English language themselves, of, we don't think like that. But there are some brilliant, absolute ripping apart of Americanized versions of our phrases that now don't make sense. That's what you do. Everyone listening now, all three of you,
because I think
get on it.
Nobody can rant like Mitchell.
Nobody
Maybe
can rant
Charlie
like
Brooker.
Mitchell. Yes.
Charlie Brooker and Mitchell.
Charlie
They're
Brooker
the
and
best
Mitchell.
ranters.
That's the thing.
In Britain
The thing
currently.
is that they are always right. They are never incorrect in what they say.
Yeah, I think you're not wrong there.
Mm.
You're not wrong in saying that. Oh, hello. Sophie has tweeted us saying that wasn't his impression of me. Go on, Josh. Do your Cockney voice live on air. In short, no.
Why not?
No, I'm not a performing monkey. I don't want to get the sort of image of being a performing monkey.
What do you mean image?
Fair play. No, Sophie
Why
is...
do you think you're chained to the desk?
Where are my clothes? No. What I do is I very cleverly mock the north-south divide by doing what I think is an exaggerated form of a Cockney accent.
Cockney accent.
No. Our friend Sophie.
I can't do it without swearing.
Yeah, our friend Sophie, who has been tweeting in all morning, would you call her Cockney? I think she's very close to being Cockney. It's a very sort of.
I think she's
almost London.
I think she sounds like she was written by Guy Ritchie.
And I like to wind her up by. Have you seen any guys there seen Lee Mack's stand up? Yeah. He's got a little bit where he's talking about those guys that are so Cockney accent. You know,
exactly.
Yeah. So I just do that, and it really winds her up.
And the funny thing is, the angrier she gets, the more Cockney she goes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know.
That's our bullying of a girl.
Yeah. Oh, my laugh this week is infused with a cough, so it's not quite as charming and affable as it normally is.
You roll out of bed, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, I suppose you can make the whole roll out of bed thing work, but it's probably a bit far when you're actually ill at the same time, physically ill.
Yeah. So this week, I am not entirely to my usual.
Anyway, on
standard.
This segment of the show we come to every week, we both have our kind of favourite bands, favourite artists. Yours is Radiohead, I believe.
That is true.
Have you loaded a Radiohead song?
The song is there. It's primed. It's ready to go. This thing, I'm trying to sort of, with Radiohead, they're often seen as being dank and depressing and inaccessible. I'm using the more, should we say, mainstream-friendly songs from their albums. So I've done Polo Honey. I've done, what's the second one called? The Bends. And now, boys and girls, it is time for OK Computer. What a gorgeous song.
I have to say, I did enjoy that.
That Radiohead rarely do things like that, so enjoy
It was,
it.
that was really good.
I think if you're gonna listen to one album by Radiohead, OK Computer, you will not go wrong with it. It's just it's magnificent. But unfortunately, Muse took that sound and made 5 albums out of it and ruined it. So Matt Bellamy, I hate you.
Okay, no, I did enjoy that. Has there been a sort of order to your Radiohead songs?
Chronologically, yeah, one from each album. from the
Right.
very
Okay.
first.
Oh, you're going chronologically. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I thought you were just picking things out of the air.
I forgot to explain that.
Forgot to explain that. Right. Okay. Fair enough. No, I did enjoy that. That's probably the one I've enjoyed
Story
the
of my
most.
life.
That's the one
Yes.
I've enjoyed the most so far that
pleasant.
you've played.
And Michael's actually emailed in saying it's a gorgeous song. He was softly weeping into his ironing. Oh,
Fair enough.
bless him.
Okay. Is that good for the ironing? Really?
It's moisture, isn't it? So
It's
moisture
It's
helps
moist.
with the
It's moist.
ironing. I haven't
moist.
ironed since Freshers, I don't think, bizarrely.
No, I believe I was in your room once when you just cracked out the ironing board and did your clothes.
That is not a euphemism.
And I'd funny.
No,
I'd very very recently actually read an Ask Men article which said one of the top
what?
10. An Ask Men
I
article.
was an arse man. that would make sense.
It probably did sound like that, didn't it? Yeah, no. An Ask Men article which said, we're being looked at through the window. So that's just quite disconcerting, isn't it? Okay. An Ask Men article which said one of the top 10 ways
Ask.
to improve your
Ask.
appearance, iron your clothes. So I don't know. I
Yeah.
thought you might have read the same article, just kind of.
I don't iron.
No, iron.
Rarely wash.
Okay, I couldn't believe it.
Look
Right.
at me. Have you seen me recently?
I think we should talk about some Gosling very briefly before I get my Springsteen
We've made
song
some
on.
brief notes as to the structure
Brief
of our
notes.
show. Structure, you laugh? Ha! Yeah, but we have tried to keep a structure. And this one's entitled Gosling Love. I'm not quite sure what's intended in this section. So do you want to lead this one?
Okay, the first thing I want to say, you must have seen the Warwick memes page.
Oh, of course.
Very,
yeah.
very, it's exploded this week. There's a ridiculous number of number of different memes, and one of them is the Ryan Gosling one. I just have a little bit of a criticism to make about it. Okay? It's a picture. It's any picture of Ryan Gosling. He's okay. We'll get him to the doctor after this.
Oh, I'm okay.
Okay, so we have a picture of Ryan Gosling, and it's labelled feminist Ryan Gosling, and he'll do something really nice for a girl. Okay, so we'll go to he'll get a girl's drink poured for her so she doesn't have to wait in the queue and stuff. Is that feminist? Really? Doing
it's
things? Aren't you implying that a girl can't do those things herself? Perhaps.
That's sort of.
Is that not just good, considerate boyfriend Ryan Gosling?
That's kind of pre-60s feminism.
I don't have a problem with. It's Sean Connery
From a male
feminism, isn't it?
perspective, anyway.
I don't have a problem with the meme. I just think maybe the name should be changed.
It's not feminism, is it really? Do they understand what feminism is? Do they get feminism? Clearly not,
I
do
don't
they?
know. Probably
These
not.
meme creators are not politically savvy. They've offended feminists. I think. I don't know. I don't really care.
It should be rounded up and shot.
No. I don't think that is what feminism is. No.
Okay. Right. Okay. I think next song.
Is that it?
Next
Is
song.
that it in the
Next
way
song.
of
That was it.
Gosling
That was
love?
the only thing. I just wanted to mention Ryan Gosling this week.
Yeah.
What I want to say about this song this week is after the album I played you last week, 2 weeks ago, I played you The Angel from Greetings from Asbury Park, New Jersey. The next album Springsteen made, Bruce Springsteen, The Wild, The Innocent, and the E Street Shuffle. It's a little bit more experimental. The songs are a lot longer. I did have trouble finding a short song on this album. I've decided to go with Rosalisa.
And this is it.
Spread out now, Rosie, doctor, come cut loose her mama's reins. You know, playing blind man's love is a she's on in the window, waiting up for us. She'll be there in that shuttle that rustle her upstairs, 'cause you know we ain't gonna come. I ain't here on business, baby, I'm only here for fun. And Rosie, you're the one. Rosalita, jump a little lighter. Senorita, come sit by my fire. I just wanna be your lover, ain't no lie. Rosalita, you're my strong desire. Jack the Rabbit and Weak-kneed Willie, don't you know they're gonna be there? Sloppy Sue and Big Bones Billy, they'll be coming up for real. We're gonna play some pool, skip some school, act real cool, stay out all night, it's gonna feel alright. So Rosie, come out tonight. Oh, baby, come out tonight. Windows are for cheaters, chimneys for the poor. Oh, closets are for hangers, when we've used the door. So use it, Rosie, that's what it's there for. And Rosalita, jump a little lighter. Senorita, come sit by my fire. I just wanna be your love, ain't no lie. Rosalita, you're my strong desire, alright. Now I know your mama, she don't like me, 'cause I play in a rock and roll band. And I know your daddy don't dig me, but he never did understand. Your papa lowered the fool and locked you in your room. I'm coming to lend a hand. I'm coming to liberate you, confiscate you. I want to be your man. Someday we'll look back on this and it will all seem funny.
was Juicy Bruce Springsteen. Nice one. That was very nice.
For everyone,
Nice and upbeat.
For everyone with the name Rosie.
Yeah, everyone with the name Rosie.
There
There
you
are a
go.
lot of you out there. Hello,
There
lot
are.
of you out there.
There are probably millions.
But, yeah, maybe even more than millions.
Probably not listening.
I wish everyone was called Rosie.
I do. It would make things so much easier, wouldn't it?
It would.
Hey, Rose, how you doing?
Yeah. And the amount of times you can make the joke of rose between two thorns. You know, it's a funny thing to say.
Good, yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, yeah.
so. I hope that's woken you up. Briefly, I just would like you to tell a very short story.
Very short story. This is the sort of sequel to my rant against public transport, and it's called "The Day I Went on a Train."
Josh feels like he defeated public transport.
Yeah. This one's called "The Day I defeated public transport." Basically, I went to Huddersfield to see my friend for his birthday this weekend. On the way there, I sort of there was no worries. The conductors just didn't bother checking tickets. So as far as I was concerned, I had everything I needed to get on the train. On the way back, I had to get 2 trains there and back. And the first train on the way back, the guy said to me, "Can I see your ticket, mate?" And I said, "Oh yeah, sure, there you go." Oh, have you got a rail card on you? "Yeah, I have. Yeah, sure. Check my pockets. Oh, I've not. It's in my desk at university." But I didn't say that. I did the whole thing of pretending to try and find it. Oh, I can't find it. It's not in my pocket. Check my bag. So he kind of said, "Oh, I'll check later." So he walked off, and he never came back. So I thought, phew, dodged that bullet. The second train, I thought, this is a longer train. This is like an hour and a half long train. I've got to sort of manage to somehow blag this train. Because I'd paid, I've got a rail card, but I just left it at home, well, at university. And I obviously was other side of the country. I had no way of getting it back. So, cunningly, like some kind of ninja superhero, I hid in the toilet when the conductor was coming toward me. Yeah, I hid in the toilet, yeah. And then I played dead. I got back to my seat and I pretended to be asleep. And he didn't question me. He just walked straight past.
I said this last night. I imagine when you were doing all this, the Jason Bourne music was running through your head, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
It
I felt
was.
like some kind of good Alex Rider. You know, like
There we go.
Anthony Harris character.
There we go.
But yeah.
No,
It was. I felt like Ethan Hunt, but back before he became really campy and slow motionized.
and had awful hair.
Yeah. So Ethan Hunt circa '96 with the first one, which was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on that
Anyway,
note, we should end the
bye.
show. Okay, was that it? Or are you going to
This is no longer our show. This is
no longer
it's
our
10
show.
o'clock now, so we're
It's
eating into the next
slot.
slot.
We're eating into the next slot. Well, no one's come in the room, so I say, let's just take over. Let's bolt the door. Let's put a chair against the door.
Anarchy!
And let's take the whole radio station. Let's take the day. Let's just take everything. We started with Dido.
And we're ending with the Sex Pistols. Goodbye,
Goodbye.
boys and girls. Thank you for listening.